There's something really special about watching a painted piece begin as something simple and handmade, and then slowly turning it into a pattern that can live on in new ways. Lately, I've been leaning more into my journey towards becoming a pattern designer, and in this video, I wanted to share that process, quietly, step by step. From watercolor to scanning to cleaning up each motif, and finally bringing everything into Illustrator to begin building a pattern. It's still a learning journey for me, but it's one I've truly been enjoying. Come with me, walk on this journey with me. I'm so glad you're here. Everything begins with watercolor. This is always my favorite part because it feels like the most natural and the most hands-on. I start by painting florals, leaves, or small botanical elements that I think could work beautifully as individual motifs later on. At this stage, I'm not trying to make everything perfect. I'm simply allowing myself to create, to explore shapes, color, and movement. Sometimes one painted flower becomes the inspiration for an entire collection. Once the artwork is dry, I scan it into my Canon scanner. This step helps me bring the hand-painted work into the digital space while still keeping as much of the original detail as possible. I like knowing that the softness of the brushstrokes and the watercolor texture are still carried with it. Scanning feels a little like preserving the work, so I can continue creating with it in a new form. After scanning, I bring the artwork into Photoshop. This is where I begin cleaning away the watercolor background and preparing each painted element to stand on its own. I usually work gently here, removing the paper texture while trying to preserve the natural edges and soft character of the elements. I don't want it to lose the handmade feeling. The goal isn't to make it look overly polished, it's simply to make it usable. After that, I save the motifs into my Creative Cloud files so they are easy to access across programs. I really love this part of the workflow because it helps everything feel connected and organized. Once the motifs are saved there, they're ready for the next stage. That's where the pattern work really begins. This journey into pattern design has been both creative and stretching for me. It blends the softness of watercolor with the structure of digital design. And somehow, those two worlds meet in a way that feels really inspiring. I'm still growing in this process, still learning, still practicing, but I wanted to share this quiet look behind the scenes because every pattern begins somewhere. And for me, it begins here with paint, patience, and the willingness to keep learning. Thank you for being here with me. If you're on a creative journey too, I hope this encouraged you to keep going. Again, thank you so much for being here with me.